Welcome to your Release to Real Ease, your 5-minute mind dance. Thank you so much for being here for you. We're going to dive right in today, and today's is a little bit of a trigger warning, and so I want to just invite you to make sure you're in a space to be able to take in some things that might feel a little uncomfortable or uneasy at first. But what I will tell you is that everything here I share is an invitation for you to continue to decide what is useful and what serves you moving forward, because all we can ever speak of, any of us, is through experience. And when we notice that someone might try to be giving us advice or of things to do in our lives, we are the own director of our movie. And so it can be useful, it cannot be useful. You get to always decide. You are the one with the magic wand of your life, of the video camera of your life. And so you get to decide how things feel, like putting a jacket on, and you don't have to walk out of the store with it. With that being said, take these things or leave them, but it is on my heart to share of conversations I've had and people I have worked with in Deeper Mind. And so I want to bring you today because if it's going to be of service to you, that's why I'm here, to be the reminder of your deeper mind. So let's dive on in. Today's topic, today's mind shift is about people pleasing. It's a buzzword, it's a trending word, it's a way that we connect with each other by saying about it, talking about it, and especially around, if you are hearing this, listening to this around the holiday season, but really any season of life, it can be a really tricky one. And sometimes we think that we've worked through that or gone that, but there's going to always be knocks at our door to invite us to go deeper into this realization. And that's what I'm going to share some ways of thinking with you today. So go ahead and take a nice big deep breath in. Exhale, release. And you can keep your eyes open or closed, however you want to take in this information and see how it lands and how it can be of use for you. And I intend that this is of use for you in some way, some capacity, you moving forward into space and time, feeling more ease, freedom, flow, mind, body, spirit, soul. And with that, the idea of people pleasing people. When did this become a thing? When did this become a thing for you? However you describe it or define it. Pleasing other people. And what if this idea of people pleasing and putting others before yourself, that's the way you look at it, is not only hindering yourself, but hindering them as well? Imagine this idea of a tug-of-war string that two people are pulling because they are coming from this space of people pleasing. That can lead to obligatory energy, that can lead to resistance, that can lead to resentment, that can lead to anger, frustration. And what if I told you that people pleasing is actually and I don't mean this in words, this is the closest word that can come to for now, is this selfish state. And I don't mean selfish as bad, but a place of we people please to protect ourselves. I want you to really hear that. We people please to protect ourselves. It's actually not about pleasing other people. And that's why our words are so interesting in what we use and how we share meanings of things. People pleasing is actually quite the opposite. It's pleasing ourselves in disguise. It's like a Spidey suit that's not actually useful. A Spidey suit that doesn't actually have powers to it, but it keeps you from your powers of you. And why? Because this is a costume to allow this thing we call ego to feel okay. Because without it, we would feel more naked or bare without that costume over us. And we get to experience the underneath piece of this people-pleasing, which is disappointing other people, which means feeling uncomfortable in my own being in that space. Meaning that we think it's of lack. And maybe for you, that I'm that bad person, I'm not kind, I'm not caring, I'm not nice, I'm not whatever story, which is a subconscious belief, limiting belief, program, condition. And if we take the meaning out of it just even for a moment, the protection of, I don't want to feel yucky when I don't people please, or when I put myself first, because if I put myself first, ultimately I will feel better and then be able to serve in better ways to others in the world. And that energy is so felt in the world. And so this is just a way that the ego tricks us to thinking that this is the way. And you get to decide again, right, to take this with you. But the idea is that people pleasing is actually to please our ego and block us from our own discomfort of, would it be okay to disappoint people and still be okay? Really hear that. Would it be okay to disappoint people and still be okay? And there is a reel on my page for you to go at any point in time and save it. Record your own voice in saying it and come back to it so often so it programs into the mind the repetition. I am going to disappoint people, and that's okay. I am going to disappoint people, and that's okay. And if that feels like too far of a stretch right now, modify it. Put it on the shelf and return to it when you feel open to receiving that. We are in our own way. When we put up the shield, we put on this spidey suit that actually is not the power, it's blocking you from yours. And doing things from love and light doesn't mean to not do things for people. It means to come from a space of it feels expansive because I truly desire to show up for people, not from this place of lack or into protection of, I can't sit with myself if I don't do it because it will feel too uncomfortable to not make other people feel better than myself. Really relish in that. And even imagine maybe disappointing someone that you love and surviving it. And talking to yourself maybe even out loud. It's okay to disappoint people. I'm going to disappoint people and that's okay. And that you survive it. Because that's really what this ego, this spidey suit is wanting to protect you from, which doesn't have to protect you from because you are stronger than you know. That is your power to sit in the uncomfortable and survive it. I'll end it there for now. And feel free to share how it leaves you. Come back to your power. That is where your light, your love, your energy is. And from that space, it is felt, it is seen, it is heard. Because those that really truly love you unconditionally, like a dog, will be able to hold the disappointment and love you still. And those that can't, it's okay. We send them love, and you're also okay through that. As you continue to evolve, your relationships will shift because you shift and they shift, and that's just life. And we get to just say, I am open to receptive to those that stay, those that go, those that are here for a season, a reason, a lifetime, a moment. And if none of it's a threat, which we can work on at a deeper level, it's all okay. And you've got this. Thank you for being here for you. And I look forward to continuing to sit and work through these deeper mind shifts that you can feel more free and clear, present and here. Be in your soul space. Be the light and love in the world that if you are here listening, you absolutely are an incredible human to shift this world in beautiful ways. So I thank you. And if you're ready to dive deeper and to work through deeper mind shifts and have some play through dance, embodiment as well, to really, really shift things deeper level, message me abundance and let's get you to the abundance that you are. Remind you who the heck you are before the world got their hands on you. You got this.